ice machine here, Hoshizaki. Said they feel like the ice is thin, but I'll be honest, I don't see it. That looks about right to me. So, let me investigate a little bit, see what we can see. That doesn't look exceptionally thin to me. I put this way so I can capture and examine what fell. Okay, this unit makes, there's no ice thickness curve. It uses the water sensing, water level sensing. So, all these are nice and clean. We've got good water flow over everything. This water filter isn't restricting flow. Everything looks good there. The thing to check with these units is, if you look down, you see those little plastic, those grates. You always want to look if there's a broken one. Because what happens is, the ice falls and it breaks those little tines off. And then those little plastic tines fall into the water reservoir. And then they get sucked into the pump. And then they get sent out the check valve to the drain. I honestly expected to find. So this is our drain that comes from, not from the bin. There's a bin drain down there. This is from the machine. Well, since it uses water to calculate if it's made enough ice, I'm looking to see if there's any amount of water bleed by from this unit while I'm in a freeze cycle. So if there was a little goober stuck in my check valve, and water would be flowing out, and then the unit would sense the water being gone. But I don't see that as what's happening. I also don't really see a giant problem with those cubes it made. So I'm going to let it run another. I cleaned the float. I took that off and cleaned my float, and it's already set down to its maximum thickness. So we're going to let it pull another cycle and see what happens. I'm going to run at 30 psi. That's all it needs. So let's drop down to 30 when it was filling, and then kick back up to 40. This says it was changed 311. I'm going to sum up this here. Just standing here watching things happen, I noticed that this water pressure gauge went up to 100 psi and then back down to 40. Alright, I want to show you something. This is my main water valve. And we're energized. Stand by. So I turn the water off. I'm going to turn this on. We know, and I can hear it click and feel it buzz. I'm giving everything I can. Yeah, bad water inlet solenoid. You are not going to convince me. You are not going to convince me that doesn't have something to do with it. You're not. Either we're pumping water backwards through the system. Look. Okay. Why do I have? So I can tell. Here we go. I can let the pressure out. Okay. This line is exclusive. It only runs out of that valve. That's it. So when I open that, this is my inlet water pressure. That is my inlet water pressure. But we're measuring it, right? I'm not crazy. We're measuring it coming out of the filter. So we've got plenty of water coming out of the filter. But at the same time, when I crack that, I'm not blowing out 100 psi of water. we're back up to 80, 90, 100 psi. Man, that right there will break water valves. So the water valve can't fight against that kind of pressure. I'm going to replace this water valve. Of course, in my van, I have 208 volt water valves. I have 24 volt water valves. I don't have the 120. I contemplated putting in a transformer and running the solenoid probes to a transformer to create 24 volts so I can put a 24 volt in. But I talked to the owner and they have ice. He said it is producing ice overnight enough to get him through, so he'll be okay for the weekend. And then we're back down. So I'd be interested when I come back Monday to put a water pressure gauge somewhere else and see if this is what's happening in the whole building. See you soon.